Yo, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all still good and on the positive vibes out there. Today, I'm actually doing a follow-up video, a part 2 of a video from 2020. I don't know where the time disappeared that quick, but I did a video called How to Hide a Lav Mic. I'm gonna do part 2 today, pretty much showing y'all another technique if you're wearing like a t-shirt, but then I also have, some collared shirts, polo shirts or a button-up type of shirt. I'm gonna show you what I would typically do when I'm hiding microphones on those shots. Okay, now if you don't know how to dress the mic already and have it looking like this right here, where it's all nice and wrapped using Ursa strap stuff and using stickies and moleskin, go watch part 1 and then you can come back to part 2 and then you'll know exactly where we're going to be at. Now what I want to show y'all today is just another quick method, because every so often you might actually run into some talent on set that either one, you're not comfortable enough with asking them, can you run the wire down their shirt, or two, they just might not be comfortable with you doing it, so you got to find another way to hide that microphone. I just usually do something very simple. So let's say, this is the microphone that we need to use for it, right? I would literally put the cable behind them, and then I'll put my sticky on the, the moleskin or whatever type of dressing you did, and I would literally dip down the front of their collar like that, right on the edge. Make sure it's low enough, past the neckline where it's not really showing. And I would just run the wire inside of their collar, run it right around the side. And then I know it's probably a little bit tough to see because I have on a black shirt today. But what you will see then, the cable is literally just kind of draped over their back, right hanging out of the back of their shirt. You can see that wire right there. Kind of see it with this black shirt on, but yeah. And then all I do is, after it's tucked in the back, it's tucked in the rear, I kind of tidy the cable up some, and then we're gonna tidy it up around their collar so it doesn't show in the camera shot. And then after that, you just have that wire hanging down their back. I hope you guys can see it. You have that wire hanging down their back, and then I just take the transmitter, and I would plug the microphone into the transmitter, screw it in, and then I would just take it and sit it in the chair. So now I didn't have to do this weird thing of running it down their shirt, asking them, is it okay, and all that good stuff. And, of course I gotta fluff the shirt out a little bit so it's not really showing. Or, if you need to, make it a little bit slimmer as far as whatever you're doing to dress it up, you can do that. Please be mindful, if the talent is going to be moving around, if they have to get up and walk around for the shots, this wouldn't be the best and the quickest and the easiest thing to do, because as soon as they turn, you're gonna be able to see that they have a microphone wire running down their back, which we don't want to see. So what I would say leave this method for would be something like, they're just sitting there for a quick interview. You're rushing, the camera crew is rushing, producing, everybody else is rushing to get this shot in, and you need to throw a microphone on somebody and they're not gonna be doing too much moving. Do that. One other thing, let's say it's an interview and you have a 3-camera setup. It's a wide and a tight shot on both sides. What I would recommend, whatever side the cameras are on, run the wire on the opposite side of their shirt. So if the cameras are coming from this way, I'm gonna run the wire on the opposite side. You get what I'm saying? The cameras are facing this way, that wide shot is facing this way, I will run the wire on the opposite side if I gotta do that quick trickery thing. Another thing that you could do, if you have some gaff tape or some, extra moleskin laying around, I would actually tape the wire down the side of their shirt so it doesn't move. So if the person does start to lean up or anything, it doesn't bulge out too much and becomes noticeable on camera. So, just a couple things to be mindful of, all right? With all that being said, let's go ahead and get to what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today with part 2, which is hiding the lavalier microphone on different types of shirt, on a collared shirt or a button-down shirt. What I'm typically doing, I'm hiding the microphone in between, I always call it the breezeway, in between your buttons. So, in between your buttons, you have that space where, you could fit a few fingers in between that space. You have the bottom, the middle, and then the top part before the button. Usually on the polo, it's about 2 to 3 buttons depending on, the brand of the shirt. Now, I'm not typically doing the bottom breezeway. I'm not typically doing that one. My favorite one to do is that middle panel. I don't do the top one because a lot of times people have their shirts like this, which is the top when unbuttoned. Not too many people button all the way up to the top. So you gotta be, you know, mindful of that as well. I have my microphone, it's already dressed up, right? I'm going to start off with a sticky from Rycote. You know, if you haven't seen these before, you can check these out. These are just like little stickers. They don't bother the skin, so you know, you can put them on skin, you can put them on clothing, don't have to worry about it peeling anything off. It's totally fine. I already got that dressed up like I want it to be, and I'm just gonna stick the sticky on the back of it, which is what I'm always doing. And I'll show you that really quick. That's how that looks with the sticky on the back of it. And all I'm gonna do is peel it off and stick it when I'm ready, okay? Now, once again, I already told y'all, I don't use the top. I'm gonna come to the second breezeway. So I usually unbutton both of them. You know, ask the talent first. Hey, you know, is it cool if I unbutton this button really quick so I can run the microphone wire? They're gonna say, yo, yeah, it's fine, do your job. Cool. So we're gonna unbutton that second one. We still have one more button open, all right? So you're gonna run your wire. Run your wire. It's gonna come out the bottom. You know, you'll pull it down on the shirt. And now what I'm going to do, see this little area on the inside? Just that little area on the inside? That part is kind of like the hidden area. So what I'll do, I'll remove my sticky, and right on the inside of that part, I'm going to stick my microphone just like that. And then I'm gonna take that button and I'm gonna button it back up. So now on this shirt, you know, whenever they button it up and stuff like that, we're back good to go. The microphone is hidden. As soon as I can get this button put back together. Yeah, the microphone is hidden. And don't forget, this is being on someone's body, so when it's facing forward, it doesn't look like anything. But of course, if I turned it to the side some, you know, you might possibly see some of the bump, but you're not gonna really see much of the bump on the shirt when they're facing forward. When they're facing forward, it's totally fine. I've maybe had a handful of time where I had to go and readjust it because, you know, the person might have been moving too much, or they might have had, you know, jewelry on or something like that. So that's just something you have to pay attention to, and just make sure you got your ears on, your headphones on, so you can hear all of that stuff, okay? And I'm gonna do the same exact thing on the brown shirt. You know, like I said, when they have these button-up shirts, it's like immediately I'm like, oh man, this is so perfect that they have buttons on this shirt. So I'm like perfectly fine with running these wires now. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna run the wire down the shirt, right? And what you can do, if you look at a button-up shirt, it's usually a stitching line. I don't go outside of that stitching line. So I'm literally gonna use that sticky, and then you can see it's just kind of hanging right there in the front. So let's button this shirt back up. So once we button the shirt up, like this person is micing, you don't see the microphone anymore. I know the shirt is a little wrinkled, so don't beat me up for that. I literally just grabbed the shirt really fast so I could show y'all. So yeah, that's like, you know, a quick way that you could put a microphone on. I'm trying to think of things to tell you to be mindful of. If it is a person wearing a fitted shirt and it's, you know, really fitted on them, be careful of stuff like your wire. So if you're running this wire down the front, be careful that it's not showing on the shirt on camera. That's something you got to be mindful of, because not only has it happened to me, but I've seen it happen in a lot of people's videos before. And then it's kind of, you know, a little bit embarrassing if you're the audio person and that was your only job and now you got a wire being showed in the shot. So be careful of that. I'll show you another quick thing with the collar too. Just like I did the collar on this shirt, it's kind of flat. I'm gonna unbutton the edge of the collar, and I'm literally gonna come and paste it right there. So you can see what I'm doing around the collar, right? Then I could just put the collar back down. I'll put Talent's collar back down, button it back up, and then I'm gonna do the same thing I kind of did with the t-shirt. I'm gonna tuck it around the collar, around their neckline, and I could run that wire down the back of their shirt. So let's just button the t-shirt, well, the button up shirt back how it was. And now I have the microphone that's hidden again. You know, another quick way, guys. So, you know, in part 1, I showed you how to hide it in this region, in their chest region under their t-shirts. And now you get a chance to see how you can hide it with a button up shirt or something like that. And I actually have a lav on myself too. So what I do now, I'll switch from the boom mic and turn on my lavalier microphone so you can hear the difference. This is the raw sound right now of how it sounds with the lav microphone. And right now, this is how it sounds after I do a little bit of EQ and compression. All right. Now I know some of y'all already asked before, Sean, I would love to see a video of how you doing your EQ and compression on your vocals with your hidden microphones. I got y'all. I'm going to work on that soon too. Hopefully it just doesn't be 3 years again. All right, y'all. I hope this helps somebody out there, man. Y'all keep pushing out there, keep fighting, stay on the positive vibes. And as always, good luck. Talk soon.